Hi everyone, I'm Gina and welcome to my channel, Gina's Journey. So today I'm going to make broccoli rabe my way. So there are different ways people make it, but I make mine very simply with some olive oil and onions, sauteed onions, and then just saute the broccoli and let it simmer a little bit, kind of a steam simmer. And so I will show you what I have. I'm just going to turn the camera to make it easier for you to see. So right now I have a sliced up. I'm using purple onion. I use white or purple. I find the purple takes the bitterness away from the broccoli rabe. So better. So I've done it both ways. I like it both ways, but today I'm using the purple. And I have trimmed and washed broccoli rabe and salt. So I'm heating up the oil. Put this over here. So I'm heating up the oil and I'm going to just start sauteing the onions first. Just let them get a little bit translucent. And no pot is like, for as far as I'm concerned, no pot is ever big enough for this because this big bowl will shrink down to practically nothing. This is 2 bunches of broccoli rabe that I have and 1 small red onion. I did the entire thing because I mean, it's a proportion nicely, with the broccoli. Um, Actually, I am going to get a little countertop stove set up so that I can do videos. You might not want to see it, but I can do videos with my actual face in it while I'm talking. But right now, this angle, this is the best I can do with showing you what I'm doing. So right now, the onions, I don't know if you can hear it, are sauteing. Turn the fan off. I add salt, stir it around a little bit, and then I start adding the broccoli little by little. So I will just throw it in the pot, just like this. Press it down. I had the heat on high, so I lowered it just a little bit. I add some salt. I wait a minute or two, if that long. Sometimes you can see that, it's already starting to shrink is basically what it's going to do. And then I just start like turning it. And I grab the onions with me too because I don't want the onions to burn. And juices coming out of the onions and juices coming out of the broccoli as well. I mean, this is a beautiful bunch of broccoli rabe. I mean, look how beautiful. Isn't that great? Nice and green. I mean, that's what you look for. A lot of times, depending on the season, those little flower parts, these flower parts right here, they show a little yellow, more yellow color. This is perfectly green along with the leaves. I did not have to trim away a lot at all. So basically, once it starts to shrink, as I mix everything around, you can see I'm pulling the onions, and it's shrinking. So I kind of move it to the side and I start adding more. And sometimes I will add a little bit of water to keep that steam kind of going. Just a touch. So you kind of move it aside, add a little more salt. And then just keep tossing it. And see how beautiful? Look at the beautiful green color as it sautés and it breaks down. The onions are just staying, they're not burning. It's at a medium-high heat because you want it, as hopefully you can see, and hear how it's sautéing. And you don't want it to saute too high because you want all that flavor to come out. Okay, so keep turning, pull the onions, and then I'm going to add my last little bit. That I have in the bowl. Every last little leaf, don't like to waste. Again, a little more salt. I mean, I like salt. I'm not an over salter. And certain vegetables, they just suck up the salt. And this is, to me, one of them. All right. So we're sauteing. It's looking really good. Pulling the onions. I mean, I know this vegetable years ago when I was young. We've been eating this vegetable from when I was a kid. And I've always known it to be more of a from the Italian side of the family, which I've told you many times I'm Italian. And it was my uncle grew it in his garden. No one had ever heard of it, and now you go to restaurants and it's like one of their prime vegetables, and it's very popular now and costs a fortune at a restaurant where we used to make it at home all the time with all of our meals, because our meals consisted of a protein, a vegetable, a starch, and a salad. Everyone sitting around the table eating. And now as a family, which, I know some families continue to do that, but a lot of families can't anymore or don't. What I will do is I will cover it now and I will let it steam a little bit more. And it doesn't take long. I don't like it mushy. Like, I don't like the stems to be mushy. I like to touch the stems and feel that they're cooked. I like mine to have a little, not so much of a crunch to it, not so much of a crunch to it, but just a nice consistency, texture, just not mushy. But I will tell you, I have relatives that do like it a little on the softer side. It tastes just as good. Me personally, I just like a little more crunch to it. So I don't know if you can hear it simmering in here. Beautiful green color. And look how much it reduced. This big bowl right here. Okay, this is the bigger size bowl. Let me put that a little water. Was full, overflowing. It reduces so much, and all the flavor comes out, and that's what creates a lot of this juice under here. I put a tiny, tiny bit of water in it. See the stems right now? They're just a little on the hard side. So you want them to simmer. The leaves have already broken down, but they're still, they still have a little bit, not much, a little bit more to go to be done. I'm going to add just a touch more salt. Don't judge. And what I have done is I already have a piece of Italian bread. I'm going to take a few of these onions and some of the leaves. Like this. These nice green leaves right here. Okay, see as this, I think you can hear it continues to simmer. I am going to put the cover on here. I am going to turn this camera. Okay. And I am going to try it. So you can see the steam. Italian bread. This is how I love to eat it. I mean, I love eating it with my dinner, but for me, sometimes this is my dinner. If I'm on the go or I've eaten a larger lunch, and I just want a little something for dinner. which happens a lot sometimes. But this, to me, is just a perfect. I mean, look at that. And I'm going to take a bite. So good. I love it warm with the bread. But I'll tell you this. After I put it in the fridge, and the next day I'll take it out. Sometimes I'll leave it to get room temperature. Sometimes I eat it cold. I mean, it just does taste good cold as well. Or throw it on a piece of bread. Or just run a fork. But it's one of the best vegetables I love. And so glad my family introduced it to me so many years ago as a child. And it's actually, I don't know if it's what the season is for it, but right now, where I live, it is a beautiful bunch of broccoli rabe. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below. Please subscribe and like this video. I'm trying to build up my channel. If you like what I'm doing, comment. If you don't, you can comment as well. I'm enjoying it. I love doing this. And if there's anything you'd like me to try and cook, or that I know of cooking, or share a recipe that you'd like me to try, I would love to. Y'all have a really great day. Thanks for joining me. And again, like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.